News at 6.
Stuffed with dollar bills, this donation jar at an Austin restaurant tugs at the heartstrings. But where does the money go?
So I'm wondering why you guys are still collecting money.
I'm not sure about that, to be honest.
The red flags we found about the group behind the donation jar.
One day after he spoke out from prison, Greg Kelly's first chance to get out may be hitting the fast track.
And after fire destroyed a Wimberley institution.
I think we'll come together and they'll rebuild.
Good evening, everyone. We've got another chance for a couple of pop-up showers or maybe a little storm tonight as we take a live look outside over the city. Max Storm Radar. It's actually pretty quiet right now, I believe. And I'm here in our storm center with Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon. And Albert, what can we look forward to tonight?
Yeah, a lot of the activity has been well east of Austin. We were tracking the last hour strong thunderstorm in Lee County, but it's just some moderate rainfall at this point. Let me show you what's going on the radar side. Temperature at 90 Llano, 87 Austin, 78 though in Giddings. We've had a couple of little pop-up showers, mainly east of Austin. Earlier this morning, a shower producing only 3/100ths of an inch at Bergstrom. And here's that light to moderate shower lifting to the north from Lincoln. If you're in Lexington, just a quick little spotty shower for you. Moderate shower lifting up towards the north, a Highway 21 near Old Dime Box right now. So we'll keep the rain chance small this evening and overnight at 20%, even a small rain chance for tomorrow into Saturday. And temperatures starting to go up near 90 degrees for the upcoming weekend. It's going to feel even hotter once you factor in the humidity and talk about the heat index. We'll have that coming up in your full forecast. It's a few minutes away.
Thanks, Albert. Looking forward to a continuing coverage now of the conviction now in question. Greg Kelly sits in prison tonight serving a 25-year sentence for sexually assaulting a child 4 years ago. Kelly supporters will rally tonight outside the Williamson County Courthouse, energized by news KVUE broke first last week that the Texas Rangers and the DA's office are investigating an alternative suspect in the case. Our Tony Plohetsky sat down with Kelly yesterday for the first in-person interview from prison. Kelly says many of his friends and family have been steadfast throughout, visiting him frequently in prison.
So when they went back, I've got my visitation list maxed out on people, and I had to go so far into cycling them, because I had friends that come that want to be on it too, very, very great friends of mine. That want to come, so I kind of pencil them in, and every 6 months we get to change it. So whoever's next in line, I put them in there.
You can see the full interview with Kelly on our website. Meantime, supporters plan to gather at 8 p.m. outside the courthouse in Georgetown tonight. And that comes as Kelly's defense team and the Williamson County District Attorney, Sean Dick, look for a way to move up a court hearing that could lead to Kelly being released on bond. It's currently set for August 3rd, but new information and tips the DA's office is receiving is compelling them to try to do that sooner. The alternative suspect in the child sex assault case for which Kelly was convicted is this man, Jonathan McCarty. He has not been charged in connection with that case. He's currently in jail for unrelated drug charges. McCarty's mom ran an in-home daycare in 2013 where the alleged assault happened. Kelly was living with the McCartys at the time.
Round Rock police are investigating the death of a former actress and beauty queen found dead in her home Tuesday morning. According to her obituary, Margaret Garza was crowned Miss Texas Belleza Latina in 2007 and Ms. Belleza Latina International in 2008. She also appeared in AMC's The Sun, starring Pierce Brosnan, among other productions. Police and paramedics were called to her home on Mathers Mill Trail at around 6:30 a.m. Tuesday morning. No word yet on how she died. An autopsy is pending.
The state budget is on its way to Governor Greg Abbott's desk. The comptroller certified it today.
Abbott says the budget has to be certified before the session can be considered over, and he can call a special session.
So as we await word on whether he will call lawmakers back, we're looking at how the 85th Texas legislature compared to the last.
KVUE political reporter Ashley Godot is in our newsroom now with a by-the-numbers look at the session. And Ashley, in terms of the number of bills passed, how do the lawmakers compare?
Well, Quita and Mike, this session lawmakers passed fewer bills than they did in the last two regular sessions. While some say this means they didn't get as much done, others point out the Texas legislative process is designed to kill bills. And this time around, a lot of bills died. Let's take a look at the numbers. This session, representatives filed a total of 7,289 bills and resolutions. The Senate filed 3,333. That makes a combined total of 10,622 filed bills and resolutions, but lawmakers only passed 4,910 pieces of legislation. How does that compare to past sessions? Well, in 2013, lawmakers passed 5,909 bills and resolutions. In 2015, they passed 6,083. Again, this time around, they're sending 4,910 pieces of legislation to the governor's desk. Now, Governor Greg Abbott has until June 18th, Father's Day, to sign or veto bills. So far, he hasn't vetoed anything, but he's only signed 334 bills and resolutions. Mike?
All right, thanks a lot. Austin Mayor Steve Adler says the city will not stop fighting climate change despite this announcement from President Donald Trump today.
As of today, the United States will cease all implementation of the non-binding Paris Accord.
The move fulfills a major campaign promise for President Trump. Under the Paris Climate Accord, more than 190 countries, including the U.S. under then-President Obama, committed to cutting greenhouse gas emissions in an effort to combat climate change.
Former FBI Director James Comey is set to testify a week from today before the Senate Intelligence Committee. That group, which includes Texas Senator John Cornyn, is investigating Russian activities during last year's election. The committee says it's hoping Comey's testimony will also answer questions that have come up since President Trump abruptly fired him last month.
It has been 2 days since a beloved cafe in the heart of Wimberley caught fire. The fire chief estimating that the damage is more than $750,000 to the Cypress Creek Cafe.
But as KVUE's Aaron Jones tells us, the community is coming together to rebuild.
The Cypress Creek Cafe is known for its great food and live entertainment. So as you can imagine, this is a big loss for the community. That's why a series of benefit concerts are in the works.
The fire departments did a wonderful job of containing the fire.
It was a place where friends feel more like family.
It's almost like a Cheers bar.
For the past 20 years, people like longtime Wimberley resident Sissy Dupree have been visiting the Cypress Creek Cafe.
I like to go over there because all of those people get up, they know me, and they get up and they make a fuss over me, and it makes me feel good.
The owners of the cafe, Randy and Trish, are her best friends. Always ready to lend a helping hand, she remembers one time they paid to heat her home when she couldn't afford it.
So I called him and I said, "Did you pay for that prayer?" He said, "Yeah, Merry Christmas from me and Trish." And that started it, and I could tear up talking about it because he does something like that for me all the time.
Early Tuesday morning, Randy and Trish lost their home and their business after the Cypress Creek Cafe caught fire.
I'm in grief. I mean, there's no getting around it.
And she's not the only one who feels this way.
Bands were contacting me instantly, the very day, speaking out and wanting to help. So we're going to walk this direction.
Travis Wheeler is responsible for bringing in hundreds of bands to perform at the Cypress Creek Cafe over the years. When he heard the news, he started doing what he knows best.
My goal is to organize a series of benefit concerts to sustain throughout the year.
He's hoping to raise enough money to make up for the hundreds of thousands of dollars lost in damage.
The ultimate goal is to see the Cypress Creek Cafe rebuilt.
It's something this community is confident will happen.
I think we'll come together and they'll rebuild.
Saying when times are tough, they know how to come together. And if you'd like to help, there's a GoFundMe page set up for the owners. We posted a link to that on our website. Reporting in Wimberley, Aaron Jones, KVUE News.
Looks like they've helped a lot of people over the years, and now maybe that community will come back and help them.